welcome to this session of Breaking Bread. This is a spinoff from Message from the Streets and Just the Point of View. This is a whole different channel, and the things that I'll be addressing on this channel deals with spiritual matters and higher ways of operating and being. We're gonna go right on into it. Today's topic is, what is the difference between religion and spirituality? Now, religion, from my understanding, is the process of having a ritual. Religion is not just going to the mosque, the church, the synagogue, to the temple. We have religious ways that we practice every day. Most people get up, take a bath or shower or wash their face, brush their teeth, make the bed. This is a religious type of demonstration or activity. Yet we're talking about the religion that is associated with spiritual matters. Let me tell you this. Some people are religious and yet they operate in a spiritual operation. And some people that are spiritual, they operate in a religious type of operation. So religion is, once again, dealing with ritual. Let's say the person that goes to church every Sunday religiously, they have a religion and it is to go to church. But are they spiritual? We're going to get to that. The person that goes to the mosque, the masjid, every Friday for Juma, that's a religion. Making salat, that's part of the religion. That is a part of the mechanics of Islam. If you are participating in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, any of these religious systems or spiritual systems, it depends on how the person is doing what they do, it doesn't weigh anything in the universal balance, in a sense. If you go to these places religiously and then you come out, you cussing, you fussing, you selling drugs, you drinking alcohol, you abusing your wife, you disrespecting people in your community, you got a bad demonstration on your job as far as not being on time, as being rebellious, being disrespectful, stealing from your job, that means that you're just religious. You're not spiritual. Because the difference between the spiritual aspect and the religious aspect, the spiritual person, maybe that they do have a religion, they are attempting to transform and to change. And if the system that you are operating in doesn't have you going towards conversion or transformation from your lower self or from the animal self or the untamed self to the tamed self or to the humane self or the spiritual being that you actually are in the process, that religion is worthless in a sense. Some people go to their grave and they have been religious for 40 years. But that's not what these systems are here to teach us. These systems are here to have our way of thinking to be adjusted, to have our operation as spiritual beings having a human experience to be in a representation of that which we say that we represent. So if you are a religious person and you're saying that you're spiritual, but you leave the church and you go out and post up on the corner and you selling fentanyl and heroin and cocaine and PCP, you're just religious because you're going through the ritual process. And that ritual process, it may look good, but you're not getting the foundation of what this system is supposed to do. The system is supposed to change this. And in some schools of thought, we call this transformation and transmutation alchemy. Now, some people might say, oh, he's talking about the occult. No, I'm talking about what this word means and how you can apply it to your spiritual operation. Alchemy is the transformation of the base metal into gold. But that is only for the person that's looking at it from a carnal perspective. It's actually the transformation of your lower self into your higher self. Let me say that again. Alchemy is actually the transformation of your lower self into your higher self. Some people say, man, it's only one self. Yes, it's only one self, but we have degrees and frequencies that we operate in this one self, and sometimes we be polarized to one pole, and other times polarized to the other pole. But the teachers is actually having us to move towards a balance. And if a person is extreme in a certain type of matter, it depends on what their extremism is bringing forth. If it's out of some type of self piety, it's that's really no good. Your extremism got to be out of love. When you have extreme love for the people or what you're practicing, there is a level of understanding that those people that are come to support you or listen to you, they understand. They're not going to say, oh, he's being too over the top. No, sometimes we need over the top because some people are in worse conditions than others. This prison state of mind that we have, even dealing with the religious aspect of our lives, has kept us from moving to the next level, has kept us from developing, evolving. So, once again, today's topic, religion versus spirituality. Some people say, oh, he's talking that spirituality stuff. That's with the occult and the gnosis, the gnosis and things of that nature, the hidden truths and, the knowledge. Because that's all the occult means, is hidden, and gnosis means knowledge. So, before you get on the bandwagon with riding with these traditionalists, condemning things, find out what's going on. Now, I'm going to speak on Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. He was, according to the traditions, in the same schools as the Pharisees, the scribes, the Sanhedrin, but came out with a different view, came out with a different level of operation. So if you go to these churches and these temples and these mosques and these synagogues and you come out with a different view and you know in your heart that it's out of love and out of truth and you doing you, and it's not necessarily in harmony with your tradition of the Christians or the Catholics or the Muslims or the Jehovah's Witness, it's because you done evolved and you are growing in the system. Most of the time, they try to keep us trapped in certain levels and degrees of these traditions that we identify as religion, but we must become spiritual, bring forth the authentic self, the true self, also known as the Christ self. Some people say it's the God within us. Whatever you want to identify it is, we most definitely supposed to be moving towards that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring this session to a conclusion. Today's topic, once again, was the difference between religion and spirituality. I suggest if you're religious, make effort to transform and move into the concept and the ideology and the spiritual walk of becoming spiritual. Peace, love, and grace and goodwill to all humanity.